Everything's energy. And it's in constant vibration. When we purposely channel that energy and grow it in the ways that uplift us, we'll inevitably change our lives. Lives of those around us, and thus, the world we live in.
At Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas, we consider Jesus of Nazareth to be the ultimate example of how to live in conscious union with the divine, that beloved being whom he called Father. We consider Jesus to not be the exception, but to be the way shower, and his was a life well worth following. Throughout his recorded words and deeds, his message to us was always that these and even greater things shall you do too. So on this Good Friday, we've created an opportunity for you to consciously walk the last days of this amazing being. On Friday, April 18th, from 1 to 8 p.m., we are opening our doors and making our vision labyrinth available for you to symbolically walk the path often referred to as the Stations of the Cross. This is designed to be completed as a self-paced contemplative experience. Through the lens of metaphysical and mystical wisdom, we will walk the path of Jesus' last days, not in suffering, but in transcendence, in compassion, and with divine surrender. We will allow each station to become a mirror, reflecting our own inner journey of release, rebirth, and resurrection. This is designed to be a time for personal reflection, for compassionate healing, and for spiritual awakening. And so we invite you to come walk with us. Walk in truth, walk in spirit, and walk in love as we walk the Stations of the Cross. We hope to see you there.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living. What a glorious day it is on this spring day here in Las Vegas. It is wonderful to see so many of you back here with us again. And I met several new people this morning. What a joy that is to have new people here joining us. Thank you for coming and visiting us, and see if you can connect with us afterwards. I'd love to hear a little bit about you and meet you personally. And I want to say hi to all those people who are joining us online. If you would, just turn and wave at that screen back there, that glass window. Our magnificent Joe produces a video for our online audience each week, and so we're so thrilled to have that. And speaking of Joe, what did you think about that Labyrinth commercial? Wasn't that cool? Yay, Joe, thank you. I tell you, I love it when I have people that make me look good. Life is good. So we're going to kick it off this morning with a little bit of music. We're singing Bright Idea.
Bright Idea.
Bright Idea. If you'd like to stand and sing along with us, the words be on the screen.
I woke up to a light bulb. Every little thing is possible. I woke up to a feeling. Every little thing has meaning. I'm gonna use my two hands. I'm gonna move a mountain. I woke up to a light bulb on. Every little thing is possible. choice. I woke up with a light bulb on. Every little thing is possible now. Love is a bright idea. Love is a brilliant plan. I built my life around a bright idea. I built my life around the love that I found. I'm gonna use my 2 feet. I'm gonna walk to my own beat. I woke up to a light bulb on. Every little thing is possible now. Love is a bright idea. Love is a brilliant plan. I built my life around a bright idea. Yes, I built my life around the love that I found. Good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
I'm Carol. Nice to meet you.
Okay, now we're going to shift our energy a little bit and go into a little more contemplative time with our affirmation and invocation by our practitioner of the day, Clay T. White, which will be followed by music from the incomparable Karen Jones. Thank you. Clay T.
So our affirmation of the day, let's read it together. 1, 2, 3. I savor ever-expanding enlightenment that elevates all aspects of my life, moment by moment. Thank you, Valerie.
I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. Let's sing it now. I need to relax. I need to relax. Let God take over. I need to relax. Let God take over. And take this load off of my shoulders. I need to relax. Let God take over.
Father, as we prepare for this service, we ask the divine to allow us to feel the joy, the spirit within us, elevated to a place where we receive so much from this message. This is our time to renew. This is the place for the renewal. Today's message helps us to move in that direction. Transform us. Revive our minds. Equip us with your glory. So it is.
Let's sing it now. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me.
Good morning. Seemed like yesterday I was here. It's so good to be here in the good vibes of CSLGLV. So good to be surrounded by your good vibes, because you are the ones that create that vibe. And speaking of good vibes, the sounds that I'm going to play today and the journey I'm going to take you on will take you into your heart, so we can go a little bit deeper, so we can tap into what's on the other side of that heart. To remind you that you're never alone, and that your light shines bright. So if we could all take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Another big deep breath in and exhale. One more big deep breath in and exhale, allowing yourself to let go. Let go of any superfluous thoughts at the moment. And while you're sitting there, I invite you to tune into your heart, to feel the pulse in your chest. That beautiful physical heart and your spiritual heart. And if you could all just think about one last thing for me. Think about something you're grateful for today. Feel that gratitude, feel that appreciation. Fill your heart. That's right. And now this entire room is connected through gratitude and love, because gratitude is a spectrum of love. Thank you.
My soul inside is all light, all light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am love.
Thank you, Karen. That was lovely, beautiful. So we are continuing our exploration of the mystic's journey for 2025, getting deeper into how we can become more mystical, how we can have a greater experience of mysticism in our life. My title today is The Divine is in the Details. And as soon as that, downloaded in my brain, on the tail of that, right came that thought, no, wait a minute, it's not the divine is in the details, it's the devil is in the details. That's the saying. I thought, yeah, well, I'm not going to talk about that. First off, we don't believe in a devil, so there you go. That would be a separation of powers, so we can't do that. But this idea of the divine is in the details, the divine is in the details, is such a powerful idea for us about how we can actually begin to have a greater experience of spirit in our lives. So the definition that we're working with for mysticism, again, is it is a deep, direct experience of the divine. It's actually having that actual experience of it. It's way beyond any belief system that we might have. It's way beyond any intellectual knowing. It's not about theory. It's about intimacy. It's about having a deep and personal relationship with whatever it is that you call spirit. Call it God, call it the universe, call it energy, the intelligence. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's the idea that we have an experience of it in our lives in an intimate way. We're on first name basis with it. We talk with it. We commune with it. We exchange ideas with it. It downloads to us. We feed it inspiration. It is a constant cycle of this give and take between spirit and ourselves. We always have that within us. It's always there, whether we realize it or not. We just simply have to become awake to that experience. So, as I said, God is in everything. And this takes us back to our first, what Ernest Holmes, our founder, called the Declarations of Principle. Declarations of Principle are the statements that he wrote back in 1928 to explain what it is our philosophy, our belief system was all about. And so this first one, we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, self-existent cause. That one manifests itself in, through, and as all creation, but it's not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the self-knowingness of spirit. It is absolutely that spirit is in everything, and everything is manifested for spirit to know more of itself. So if we look at that one phrase in there, this one manifests itself in and through all creation. In and through all creation. The divine is constantly expressing itself through its creation. It's the only way it shows up in the world, is through the creations that it has made. So God is contemplating itself as our lives. God is experiencing itself in the details of our lives. God experiences itself in our breath, in our thoughts, in our emotions, in our relationships. It experiences itself when we make tea in the morning. It experiences itself when we're folding our laundry. It experiences itself in our heartbreak and our greatest triumphs. It experiences itself in our ultimate joy and our deepest sorrows. Spirit experiences life through us. So therefore, it has to be in the details. It has to be in the mundane. One of the books I read in ministerial school was called The Sacred and the Profane. And I thought, why am I going to buy a book called The Sacred and the Profane? I don't want anything to do with profanity. Well, that's not true. I do have a lot to do with profanity. But but that idea of things being profane, being something we want to get away from. But the truth is, it's in all of it. It is moving through all of it. It is showing up as our wonderful high moments, and it's showing up in our deepest lows. There is never a time when we are without spirit. We may not feel it because we're unable to recognize it in the moment. But the more we get used to seeing it in these little details in our lives, the more we get used to experiencing it when we are cutting the grass, or when we are petting our dogs, or when we are talking with a friend, the more quickly we can recognize it in those mundane experiences, the more easily we see it in our trials, in the things that are hard in our lives. One of the people that I study, and I talk about him a lot, Joel Goldsmith, says, God doesn't need the storm or the earthquake to be seen. God is in the still, small voice. God is in the invisible. We often miss the divine. We often miss spirit because we're looking for the fireworks. We're thinking, well, if it's God, it's got to be grand. It's got to be big. It's got to show up in a glorious way. But mystics begin to look at the world with new eyes. And they see holiness in the ordinary. They see holiness in the trials and tribulations. They see holiness in the mundane and the profane. Because they have learned to look with deeper eyes, and they have learned to listen with deeper ears. Goldsmith here reminds us that the presence is felt in the inner stillness, not in the outer drama of our lives. It's felt when we get quiet enough and still enough and seek Spirit. He goes on to say, every daily experience is an opportunity to feel the presence of God, to witness it acting through you, speaking through you, loving through you. The divine is in that moment when you pause before you speak, especially when you're getting ready to have a difficult conversation. The divine is in that moment when you're sitting having your tea or your coffee and the sunlight drifts in through the window and shines on your table. And you recognize that presence. The divine is in the texture of a leaf, the softness of a blanket, the sensation of warm water on your hands as you wash them. It's in the sensation of, for me this morning as I was writing this, I picked up one of my dogs and I thought, I feel the Spirit when I hold this little being next to my heart. That comfort, that joy, knowing that that too is the presence of God. He says, we're not trying to bring God into our lives. God is in our life. It's already there. Our task is to recognize this truth in every detail of our existence. Recognize the truth in every detail of our existence. And the more frequently we recognize it when we are in a good space, the more easily it is to find it when we're being under trials and tribulations, when we are feeling those pressures and so forth of life. When we begin to see it daily, when we begin to see it in all of those little details in our lives, then we have a greater experience of it when we're out and about in the world. You know, this week happens to be one of the holiest of weeks for many people in the world. On Saturday began for the people of the Jewish tradition Passover. It runs for this week. And if you're familiar with the story of Moses, it's the time when the plagues of Egypt passed over the house of Israel, when the people of Israel were spared from God's wrath as he was punishing the people of Egypt. In conjunction with that is what we call the Holy Week in Christianity. Now, Christianity is formed from Judaism, so at this time of Passover in the Jewish tradition, a man named Jesus came to be, and he walked into a town in the Middle East on a Sunday, which happens to be celebrated today, and they called it Palm Sunday because they laid palm leaves down for his donkey to walk on, which was a symbol of honor at that time. How many of you remember going to churches and receiving palm leaves when you were in church? Yeah, I was thinking about it. I remember in Sunday school, the teachers giving us the palm leaves, and we made little crosses out of them. I tried to figure that out with paper today. Could not do that for anything. Must have been a trick to it, and I'm pretty crafty, but I couldn't get that one done. So, but I remember getting these palm leaves and hearing the stories in Sunday school about Jesus' journey through life that week. So these 2 weeks are pretty significant in these traditions. And so oftentimes people will come to church and they'll often attend their worship services at this time of the year. And I remember back in my 20s, I attended a Presbyterian church here in town for a couple of years. And I remember the pastor on one Easter Sunday just getting all over everybody because there were so many people there on Easter Sunday that weren't there during the rest of the year. Because they had to find it on that big holy day. They weren't looking for God all the way through the year. They had to wait for that big holy day making it something grand. As Goldsmith says, they were all about the fireworks, not about the everyday details of life. Now, there's nothing wrong with only going to church once a year. There's nothing wrong with it at all, except what is it meaning for you? Are you only ever connecting with Spirit on those high and holy days? Spirit needs us to connect with it all the time. That's when our life becomes enriched. When we can find Spirit in these details, when we can find it in the mundane and the sacred as well. When we can find it when we're under these extreme situations in our lives. We can find it when we're in these highs, the greatest joys we've ever felt. And we can find it in the deepest lows. That's when we know that we have connected with Spirit, when we have that intimate relationship. You think about an intimate relationship. People that you are in an intimate relationship don't generally leave you when you're up or down. They stick with you, at least the good ones do. They stick with you and experience all those life's trials and tribulations. They experience the high moments with you, and they celebrate with you. And they are there to comfort you in the lowest moments. Well, so is God. So is Spirit. We just have to take the opportunity each and every moment to recognize its presence is there with us, to recognize that God in the details of our everyday, ordinary life. Richard Rohr, who's a Franciscan monk, who many of you have probably read some of his books, he's got some fabulous books out there, says it this way. He says, everything belongs. Nothing can be excluded from the spiritual life because God is in all of it. God belongs in everything. And nothing can ever be excluded from our spiritual life. This changes everything when we really begin to understand this. We don't have to compartmentalize ourselves into Spirit's only happening on Sunday, or on Easter Sunday for some folks. Spirit is there all the time. We don't have to compartmentalize it into this is spiritual and this is not. Spirit is showing up through all of our aspects of our lives. The drive to work can be a spiritual experience. When we remember that the presence of God is the mind of every driver on the road, it becomes a spiritual experience. It changes how we move around the world. It can be in the burnt toast, or it can be in the Chateaubriand that you make for dinner. It doesn't matter. Spirit is there. It's in the difficult conversation, and it is in the most beautiful words of love. All of God is in all of life, and it is always looking back at itself through each and every one of us. Another author that I've discovered in the last few years is Mirabai Starr. She was a professor of religious professor in New Mexico, and she translated some wonderful books of the saints from Catholic religion. Saint Teresa of Avila, who I've studied for many years. Mirabai Starr has a wonderful book of hers. She also translated John of the Cross's work too, which is also a good. Both of those are mystics. Very well-known devout mystics from the Catholic religion. But Mirabai Starr writes this: mysticism is not about transcendence. It's not having to get out of ourselves. We don't have to go somewhere to become a mystic. We don't have to achieve some high level of spirituality to become a mystic. It's about embodying it. It's about recognizing that it's already within us. It's not about getting out of this world or out of this experience so that we can experience the mystic aspect of God. It is about recognizing it right here, right now. It's about being fully here and fully present with what is right now. This is a radical idea. It tells us to stop trying to escape our lives. Stop trying to seek something outside of ourselves, to bring in some kind of fulfillment that we think is out there just beyond our reach, and we just want to do this next thing and we're going to get it. We want to take the next workshop and then we'll become spiritual, or we want to read the next book and we'll become enlightened. It's about recognizing that it's already here within us. The divine is not something that we reach out to after we've cleaned up ourselves, after we've perfected every aspect of our lives. The divine meets us right smack in the middle of the mess, right in between all of life's challenges. It meets us in every unanswered question. And if we're quiet enough and still enough, we can hear the words that we need to hear to move through that. So how do we begin to really do this? How do we begin to see this divine in the details? So here's a few ways that we can do that. The first thing we can do is to sanctify the ordinary. How many of you have ever made a ritual out of making your morning drink? Your morning tea, your morning coffee. A couple of years ago, I started going to Mexico frequently, and my friend's boyfriend there owns a coffee shop, and he makes his own coffee. He cultivates the beans that he grinds together. He picks them from here and picks them from there and roasts them, and it is phenomenal coffee. And it is best made through a pour-over process. So I don't make a big pot of coffee in the morning. I make my one single cup. And it is such a delight to put those grounds into my little, what is it called? Melita coffee pour-over thing. And it has a little brown filter in there, and I put the coffee grounds in there, and I boil the water, and I pour it over, and it makes this beautiful brown foam. And I just delight in it, and I watch it as it seeps through into that filter, into my cup. And I bought myself a little little electric whisk that I can stick in my coffee pot to froth up the cream in there. And I sit down and I smell it. And it is absolutely a ritual for me to enjoy this morning cup of coffee. We can do this with any aspect of our lives. If you're going to take a bath at night, make it a sacred experience. Add some bath salts that smell really wonderful. Set some beautiful music going. Light a candle. Make everything around us that is ordinary and mundane into a time of connecting with Spirit. Create little altars in your home so that wherever you turn in your home, you are reminded that the presence is right there, that it's showing up through every aspect of your life. Sanctify the ordinary. Practice the pause. Too often we get so caught up in the doing of our lives, we forget to take that time and pause for a moment and just simply be with it. For me, I remind myself to do this by saying, just breathe. If I tell myself to just breathe in a moment of stress, it's not about dismissing it. It's about taking that moment and allowing myself to become still. And oftentimes remembering, yeah, God's here too. This is something I don't really want to have to deal with, but I know the presence of the divine is right there with me. It's accompanying me through this journey. Practice the pause. Take those moments when you can become still. They don't have to be more than 5 seconds. Just enough to connect yourself. Just enough to disconnect from the trauma or the drama that's going on around you, and to come back into yourself and remember the presence is right there. So before reacting, pause. And if you can, let that silence expand a little bit. And listen for that still small voice. It's just waiting for an opening to speak to you. And the last one, to see with soft eyes. This is about setting aside our judgment. So often, because of our experiences we've had in the past, because of the thoughts and belief system we were raised with, because of ideas that we've incorporated from other aspects of our lives, we often approach most situations with a little bit of judgment. Sometimes we even do things to anticipate those experiences because of judgment we've had about them. I don't know if anybody else ever did this, but I used to rehearse conversations long before they happened. In my own mind, I'd have a conversation with somebody, especially if it was a challenging one. I'd have that conversation in my mind, so I was kind of rehearsing it. I was anticipating it. And I came to it with some judgment. And oftentimes that judgment became a self-fulfilling prophecy. But when I learned to soften that judgment, and I learned that through mindfulness, through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being in the present moment, being aware of the thoughts that are going on in our heads, and not reacting to them, not judging them as good or bad. It just is. When I can approach a situation without judgment, I open myself up to what's available there. I approach it with curiosity. I approach it with an openness. I approach it with a reminder to myself, God's right there too. It's in the situation. It's in the other person. It's in everything around it. And when I can approach a situation with softer eyes and letting go of my judgment, then I can begin to have a different experience about it. I often fall back to the wonderful poet, Sufi mystic Rumi, and he says it this way: there are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground, and there are 1,000 ways to go home again. This is a reminder that every situation we go to has the presence of the divine in it. That's what he means by go home again. It's touching the presence of God. It's bringing ourselves home to that knowledge the Spirit is right there with us. It's taking the ordinary and sanctifying it. The kneeling and kissing the ground is to sanctify the ordinary. This is a reminder that our true nature is not limited by the visible form around us. It is not limited by the drama that we might be experiencing. This is a reminder that every moment, every breath, every emotion, every sensation is all part of that sacred dance. It's a part of who and what we are. When we take that moment to remember that the divine is in all of those details, that the divine is present in everything. Let me leave you with this one. The mystic sees the ocean in a drop, the universe in a gaze, and the infinite in an inhale. So breathe in and connect with that spirit. Allow it to feel you. Allow it to move through you. Ask for personal prayer. So our form of prayer is a little different than most. We call it affirmative prayer, or its technical name is spiritual mind treatment. They called it treatment because they used to do it in sanitariums back in the day. This is an opportunity for you to come up and have somebody know truth for you when you can't quite see it yourself. And so we have what we call God qualities. This is a list of 20 of them. There's a lot more. These are things that are absolute about spirit. We believe that spirit is absolute abundance. It shows up in all different ways. We believe it is perfect love, unconditional and whole. We believe that it is vitality and energy and moving through us at all times. We believe it is perfection and wisdom and harmony and balance. This is what we believe is the truth about God. And so our form of prayer has 5 steps. The first step is where we talk about God. We describe it. We talk about all these wonderful qualities and how they're showing up. In the second step, we unify ourselves with it because as I've just said, there's not a place where God is not. It is in us. It is showing up through us. It is living our lives for us. And so we unify ourselves with that idea. The third step, this is where you come in, is about realization. And so in this step, think about some issue that you might be dealing right now and which one of these qualities most reflects that. So for instance, if you're having some financial difficulties right now, you may want to know something about abundance. Or you may want to know something about circulation. Or perhaps it's freedom. If you're having a health challenge, maybe you want to know something about vitality or wholeness or perfection or flow. Think about the issues that you're dealing with right now that you would like to have prayer for. And I'm going to invite you up here in a few moments to ask for prayer. Our practitioners are going to stand in front here. And I have 2 practitioners who have volunteered to go to anyone who has difficulty standing for that long. So you have to stand in a line and then come up here and stand. So if that's a challenge for you and you would still like prayer, raise your hand and one of these 2 practitioners will come and sit next to you and do a spiritual mind treatment for you there. So that's our 3rd step. Then our 4th step is simple gratitude. We just give thanks. We give thanks for knowing that this is the truth and that God is operating in our lives. And the last one sometimes is done as an afterthought, but it's actually really quite powerful because it is a moment of surrender. We release it. We let it go. We have claimed it. We have stated what is true, and we have made our affirmations, and then we're done. We let it go. We've turned it over to Spirit to allow Spirit to do what it does. So I'm going to invite the practitioners to come forward now, and they're going to form a line in front of me. I'm going to do the first 2 stages of the treatment, and then I will ask you to come up, and I'd like you to line up in the center aisle, and then you'll come to one of the practitioners, and then when you're done, you'll go around the corner and off to the side. We don't have very many practitioners here today? Well, okay. Brand's coming, good. Kelly, why don't you come on up too? Merlon, would you just be the one who does the people raise their hand? And if there is nobody raising their hand, then you can come up to the front too, so we can move through our lines there. Okay. All right. When you come up to a practitioner, it's very simple. You just tell them what your name is because they want to make this prayer direct for you. So you just say, my name is Laura, and I would like to have creativity. And they will do a prayer for creativity for you. All right. So let's just take a moment, breathe in. Opening ourselves up to what is available here for us now. And so right here and right now, I know that there is only one power, one presence, one divine creative source of all. I know that one is in, through, and as all creation. It is the isness and the allness and the fullness of all life. It was here in the beginning, and it will be here evermore. I know that nothing exists outside of this one. And because I know there's only one, I know that I am one with it. That the power and the presence of the divine has manifested itself in me and is moving through me right here and right now. I know that this grace, this ease, this perfection is the truth of my being. And because I know it's true for me, I know that it's true for everyone. For we are all that unique and perfect emanation of a love so powerful it could do nothing but create more of itself. And so knowing this truth and claiming this is the unification of all life, I invite each and every one of you to step forward for prayer. so we just give thanks. We are so, so grateful for every prayer that has been uttered here today, and for all those that have been left unsaid, knowing that the divine is moving itself into action through, in, and as each and every one of us. I know that this power is transcendent. It is palpable, and it is making itself known right here and right now. And so I just release this word into the law, into that creative mind that knows no lack, no limitation, has no boundaries, and is always unfolding itself in perfection. I let it go, and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you, practitioners. I love the prayer wall. I don't know about anybody else. We're doing it once a month on a different Sunday, so I don't know when we're doing it in May. I think the 23rd. But anyway. All right, so now is that time when we have an opportunity to support our community financially. Your gifts and offerings go to support us. We are a religious 501c3, and so we receive the majority of our financing through your generous contribution. So if you'd like to give in cash or check today, our ushers will be grateful to receive that. We have several electronic ways. We have Zelle, text to give, and through our online donations. If you need any help with any of those, Kaylee and Kelly are in the back there, ready to help to assist you with that. So if you would, just hold your offering over your hand, over your heart. If you don't have your offering, if you're giving electronically or you're already given, just put your hands over your heart and repeat after me. This gift I give goes forth from me, does amazing and miraculous things,
Amazing and miraculous thing.
and returns to me in kind,
Returns to me in kind.
pressed down and overflowing.
Pressed down and overflowing.
What are we singing? Money is coming to you?
Money's coming.
Money's coming to you.
That's
The
right.
words are on the screen. Join us. It's got a real cool rhythm.
Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Every time I open my heart, I receive all that I need, knowing that God is my source. I release and let it flow. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Sing it up now. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
Did you see how easy and effortlessly that was? It's coming right to me. All right, we just simply give great thanks. We are so, so grateful for everything that we have received here today, everything that is making its way towards us, and everything that has already been given. We are immensely blessed, and we are so grateful, and so it is. Thank you. We have Karen coming back, Karen Jones.
All right. In the mundane, I love that. In the daily moments of life, so true, so true. Especially when you're agitated, that's the hardest part. Is when it's more difficult. That's when your spirituality really should kick in to remind you that even in that moment, God is there, right there. I think we're always yearning for greater peace and keeping that hope alive and that love, reminding us that we are love, that we literally are love. So I think this song expresses that beautifully. Let there be peace, peace to every nation. Let there be hope for all the world to see. Let there be joy, and joy to all the children. Let there be peace on earth for you and me. If I had one wish on my daily list, it wouldn't be a prayer for material things. There'd be no more tears for crying, no more wars for fighting, and every mother's child would have enough to eat. So when I close my eyes and begin to pray, I ask the God I love to light the way. Let there be peace, peace to every nation. Let there be hope for all the world to see. Let there be love and joy to all the children. Let there be peace on earth for you and me, yeah. When I look in the mirror, all I want to see is true compassion looking back at me. I wanna love my neighbor and be the hands and feet of Jesus. Take his love to the least of these. All I'm asking is to be the change. When I close my eyes, I start to say, let there be peace, peace to every nation. Let there be hope for all the world to see. Let there be joy, and joy to all the children. Let there be peace on earth for you and me. Let there be peace, peace, love. Let there be joy for you and me. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be joy for you and me. For you and me. Oh, oh, oh. Let there be peace, peace to every nation. Let there be hope for all the world to see. Let there be joy, for joy to all the children. Let there be peace on earth for you and me. Yeah, let there be hope for all the world to see. Let there be love for all the children. Let there be peace on earth for you and me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. All right, just a couple of announcements here. First off, I want to remind you that our raffle and silent auction is still going on. It's going on till next Sunday. So if you are interested in purchasing some raffle tickets in the back, I had this, actually it was somebody else's brilliant idea and I stole it. I don't need anything else in my house. I'm like on a mission to get rid of stuff. So I bought my raffle tickets and I put other people's names on them. So you may wind up winning something even if you didn't run. Sneaky, I thought it was pretty good. Today, right after service at 11, come on, why aren't you coming? There we go. After service today at 11:30, Karen Jones is going to gift us with a sound bath. This is done on a love offering basis. You're welcome to stay and experience more of her beautiful tonal instruments and her presence with that. So it's a wonderful experience to allow that vibrational energy to move through you, clear you, ease things. You'll just be amazed at what happens when you take that time for yourself. You may have noticed we have our pop-up bookstore available today. We have some wonderful new items on there, including we just got these beautiful pocket crosses that are actually made in Bethlehem out of olive wood from the trees around the area. This is part of what we're going to be offering for the Labyrinth Walk to carry in your pocket as a reminder of, as you move through the Stations of the Cross Labyrinth Walk. And speaking of which, the Stations of the Cross, again, that's Good Friday, Friday the 18th. Starting at 1 o'clock, I'll have the doors open. We will close them at 8 o'clock. You're welcome to come in. It should take you about a half hour to complete this contemplative walk on the path of, symbolic path of Jesus' last days. So there are 14 stations of the cross, so there'll be 7 of them going into the labyrinth and 7 coming out of the labyrinth. And at each station, you're giving a reflection point to do for each one of those different steps on the journey of his last few days. And so it's a really powerful contemplative practice that we'll be engaging in. Joe has put together a beautiful video and music, you know how he does, it's wonderful, to accompany us while we do the Labyrinth Walk here on Good Friday. Starting in May, I am starting another one of my email series. We're going to be working on tender, loving self-care. We're working on how we can bring a little bit better experience of self-care into our life. So it's 31 days, 31 ways to practice simple, sacred, and silly self-care. So each day you'll receive an email with the practice on it and information to help you experience that particular aspect of self-care in a little deeper way. You can sign up through, well, right now you can only do it through Kelly, but soon it'll be up on the website, probably tomorrow, where you can sign up there, and it'll certainly be in the e-blast coming out from us. So if you don't receive the e-blast, make sure you sign up for that. It begins on May 1st, runs through May 31st, and it's simply $1 a day. Our Walking the Path group meets this Tuesday at 10 a.m. This is a group that takes the article from the Science of Mind magazine for the day and has a discussion about it, and then see where that takes them. It's a fabulous opportunity to learn more about our principles here. This coming Saturday, I'm doing my Zentangle workshop. If you're not sure what Zentangles are, look at the yin-yang symbol that's out there on the silent auction. In fact, you can bid on that if you'd like. It'll give you an idea of what Zentangles is. It's a meditative drawing experience, and I am totally thrilled with it right now, so doing lots of things. This coming Easter, we will have our Easter service here. David Villela will be here to sing with us, and we will be experiencing everyday miracles that are available to us when we live in that connection with Spirit. And finally, a moment of prayer. If you need more prayer after service, our practitioners will be in the room right across the hall here. KT will be at the door there to guide you in, and you can spend a little bit more time getting a spiritual mind treatment from one of our practitioners. And if you would, since we are doing the Labyrinth Walk on Friday, we need the chairs stacked. So if you would help us stack the chairs, if you're physically able to do that, please do not let them touch the stained glass on the wall over there or interfere with the book cell over here. Justin will probably help with that a bit. All right. Would you stand, please? And if you're comfortable, join hands. And would you repeat after me? There is only one life.
There's only one life.
That life is God.
That life is God.
That life is perfect.
That life is perfect.
That life is my life now.
That life is my life now.
Have a wonderful week. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. One last time. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Have a great week, everybody.